Oh, welcome back to Aldridge Farm. Now, the same day as we were last time. I know I said I wasn't going to do the water and the sheep. I decided to do them. I might as well get the animals fully sorted. So, for that, I'm taking the JCB. I decided that I'll use that. I want to wash anyway, so when I've finished, I'll give it a quick wash. Now, I'm a little bit worried. I saw Crawford Brown in the village, and he actually came over to speak to me. Now that is a worrying thing. Normally when he shakes your hand, the first thing you need to do is count your fingers. That is a must. And I don't trust him, but I don't trust him. And Tom is still on his day off, so I'm on my own. Mother-in-law's busy on something on the computer, not to do with the farm. Paul's trying to work out what would be best to go for, and he's actually come up with the idea that perhaps we should try potatoes. As I tried to tell him, it's going to mean a lot of expense. Well, he said he knows that, but he reckons we can make a killing out of potato export. The price is good, and it looks like it's going to stay good for the foreseeable future, like the next couple of 3 years. In that case, it might pay, and if so, we may well end up doing potatoes, but renting fields to do them on. We know there's some fields around here which are big enough for them, because we will want big fields. It's no good doing potatoes on little things like we're doing the organic on small fields, but it's only a small contract there, so we don't want a lot. Oh, shut up. How full is that? It's not very, so we better go fill this up first. This field we don't mow, we don't use grass off this field. For one very good reason, we're never too certain of what's gone in here. And we just fill up here. Then we go around and do water on everything. And I will bring the tipper back and put that back where it belongs, from the cow yard. But we will go and feed the sheep and fill those right up. I think everything else is near enough full, but we want water, and the sheep could do us a little attention. And I want to see too how many bales we got, wool bales. If it's worthwhile taking some out to sell, I could do with having stuff to sell. Just need to check on how much we've got of everything at the moment. Right, let's take this round here, do the sheds first, get round, do the, and then up to the sheep, I think, and come back and do the cows. No, it don't make any difference because we've got to drop this off again anyway. So we might as well carry on and do the cows from where we are. With this setup, I shan't be using many shortcuts. It's not the best thing. And of course, if you're going to do water, you don't want to be there. You want. Oh yes, we do, because it's easier. We come through the sheds and get the tanks as we come out. I knew there's a reason, but I've done this so often that your mind goes a blank after a while. Because here's the water tank for this side. Oh, because we're not on the water there. Well, why? Oh, because we're still not on the water yet. Yes, we're there now. So it doesn't take a lot. There's only just a splash gone in there, but if we do that once the harvest restarts, which won't be that much longer, we'll be all set then to look after that and not have to worry too much about the animals. And possibly by the time we're done that, we may have enough total ration to put a little bit more in the cattle. Well, that's it, that's full. So these are not going to take much at all. Remember to take the right entrance. This thing tends to get away from you a bit, or gets away from me a bit anyway. This tractor. That's it. I say these are not too bad off, but I also need to check and see what the grass is like. I'll just see what we've got in stock too, in the way of not so much silage, which should soon be ready. I hope so anyway. It'll be nice to get that one out of the way. I won't have to bother do silage for a while. We should have enough now not to worry about. Yes, as I say, Crawford Brown covered. Now, when he does that, you know he's got something on his mind, and it's not going to be nice. We have worked together in the past on a couple of things, but normally it's not going to do you any favours. Yes, this is where we get most of our export done, and the trains. Yeah, it's the only things that go out of there now are freight, and it's mainly for the farmers around here. It seemed to make sense to keep the line open for that, but there's no passenger traffic anymore. More's a pity. Used to like running on the trains, riding the train, especially when we had the old steamers. Now 16 would be big enough to put potatoes in. 15 not quite. I think 13's a fair size, so we'll have to have a look. Actually, we can come in here and go through the shed, find we don't run into any cows, and here they all come. Oh dear, the brown ones always won't have a yarn. Now where are you going? I wonder if we can just squeeze through before they decide to... Oh dear. Perhaps this wasn't such a good idea to come this way. Oh yes, I honked me horn, but no need to walk through my tractor. Ah, there. I think it's let's walk through the tractor day today. I need to move some of this muck, but it's still got a bit of space in there. Oh, this is taking a bit more. This is a bit better. Like to keep things topped up where possible. Oh, what's that filling up? I'm just going to walk across and see what the silage situation is like. 97%. Another couple of days possibly. Oh, I will just walk across there, see how much slurry. Oh, 52%. That's getting up too. I may, if we got time today, run a bit of. Oh, we used it all. I think we better go back and get some more. That is lower than I thought. Definitely makes it worthwhile doing. I think what we'll do is we'll go up to the sheep and come back this way after we're filled up again. I haven't heard any more from Kylie, but then again it was only earlier today we got the message. I must just slow down here. I can see the headlines. Village councillor gets caught in a speed trap. And you can bet your bottom dollar that'd get in the paper. Oh yes, because Crawford Browns, both of them, would you believe, are magistrates. It's also figures, and that'd be just my luck to get them. But her ladyship's also still a magistrate. Well, there's three of them sitting at the time, but they don't like having two of the same family, two related on the bench at the same time. So I'd probably get one of the Crawford Browns, her ladyship, and Mrs. Duckworth. Our local do-gooder, but I haven't said much about her, but frankly I don't like the woman. She's always trying to stick her nose in. And when she does, it's never good. Oh, the field's looking good there. I like this time of year. We're starting harvest, but we've also got fields which still look that nice, bright, growing green colour. I like the look of it. Ripe too, except don't like going too close to it when it's in flower. Starts my hay fever off alarmingly. Possibly one of the worst diseases or illnesses you can have being a farmer's hay fever. Well, of course, farmer's lung is far worse. And if you haven't heard of farmer's lung, it's a fungus which grows on wet grain, mainly wheat, but can be on any grain. Wheat is the biggest cause, which gets into the lung and actually grows and destroys the lung. It's a terrible affliction. Not as common as it once was. In fact, we now tend to make certain we do everything. I will go up to the sheep next. Because it makes certain we now make certain that we harvest when it's dry, and we tend to keep the grain dry. We don't try harvesting like we used to in the wet. The only shortcut I'm going to take with the water tank on is this one coming. This path has been used so much it's relatively smooth and firm now, but some of those old war roads are not. Far from it. We get Tom back tomorrow, where we will start some proper work. I'm going to leave the fields fallow for now. Come the autumn, a couple will go down with winter crops. I should imagine we're putting some wheat and barley, but I'm not even certain about that at the moment. The winter barley, mountain barley, is not reaching quite such a height as it was, so we may go all springs for our barley. And wheat is normally a feed crop. I'm not certain if I really want to be grown feed crops. You don't get the money for it. And I do have this thing that I try to produce top class grain. There's a sheepy. Oh, because we've got the fun and games of backing in to the sheep pen. Wish me luck with that. Oh, it looks like we're filling up. I might just go and grab the trailer and the bale trailer and take some wool away. I wonder what sort of price it's going for at the moment. That's full. I have to get in touch with Paul and just give him a phone call and find out what sort of price we've got on that. There's one thing now with this fermenting silage silo over here. We don't run out of silage very often because we can always bring some down from the sheep if we are short. Oh, we got the thinks. Now, me thinking is a dangerous thing. I'm not gonna cut that in time. One of the things Kylie used to say, I hate it when you think. It usually means work. There we go. Oh, I didn't put the PTO on. Ignore the fact I haven't got the PTO on before. No, we tried. That's better. There's little pumps on all the tanks, of course. They'll be just gravity feed into the cows. That's it. Right, I'm gonna take a forward here. I'm just gonna have a quick check on the price of wool at the moment. See if that's worthwhile selling any. For the right page. Back here. Wool. Oh, it's not telling me. Sugar beet. It's going to tell me everything except for wool. It's in the carb. So let's see if I've got anything else down here. Soybean. No price for wool. So I think we might have to take a chance and see what we can get for it. I'm going to sell that. I think we've got enough. Let's have a walk over there and have a quick look. Oh yeah, yes we have. We're almost full. Well, I think we better mow some of that out. I better put this trailer somewhere out of the way. That should do. Oops. Break. wonder how the hell I got that in there. Must have come and cut this fairly close. Or close as we say around here. Actually, the price of wool normally, we should get out the red with this. I will need this up. I'm going to cheat and toggle loading type. Oh, that automatic. All palette is right. Alright. Start automatic. Oops, I've done it again. I'm cheating here. Because I'm going too fast. Story of my life. We're almost full. We are full. Well, that'll do nicely. Right, that'll do. Stop that. Let's get down to decarb and sell off. I've been just ignoring the wall. It's something I'm going to do later, you know how it is. I never get round to it. There's a tip for you, never put things off when you can do them now. It's always nice though having a good load of something there. Well, it does mean I've got to try and back in. We could get a water here, but it costs us too much. Once I paid the yearly license off for our extraction, and finally don't take more out than I'm allowed to, we are laughing. It's free! Oh, one of Chad's got plenty of work on. Oh, it looks a bit quiet there. No, I don't remember which entrance this is. I think that's the one down here at the front. I think it's where they take it. Just way in and just put the brake on. Way in and just go and tell them what I've got. Right, that's it there. They're ready for us. How much have we got here anyway? 10.5 ton we weigh. I don't know what the actual whole outfit weighs. It's not light, I know that. You just have it run on your foot and you soon tell it's not light. Gonna miss it. I need to go straight up here, which is where I should have been in the first place. Now it should be on almost a straight straight back. There it goes. Oh, look at that. Almost 19,000. Well, we can't complain at that, can we? It's gone way out again. Because they pay us on the weight, and they need us to weigh in and out, so we will just do that. Funny as I've already been paid, but I am fully on. Yeah. Oh, well, that's clever. We're still 10. Oh, I can actually answer kind of the character. Of course, I didn't reload them onto the trailer, so they weren't an actual object. That was a waste of time. Well, we sold them, we got the money for them, but weight-wise, they didn't exist. I must go up this way and have a look, see what we've got up here. Fruit trees should be doing well now. Midsummer, couple of 3 months, and we will be gathering the fruit. I think I told you I'm going to have Tom on doing the pick, and I'm just going to be doing the driving. Well, it's no good being the boss if you can't make such decisions. The trees look full of fruit again. That makes me feel a lot better having that money here. And here we are again, back at the sheep. Drop this trailer off, and pick the water trailer up and go down to the cattle, and I think we'll be almost an episode. Wow, doesn't time fly when you're having fun? Two left there, and it's we should get another load, I would have thought, this year. But you watch now, there'll be the car will suddenly decide they haven't got enough wool and put in a great demand. It's what they normally do. They wait until I've sold. Paul might not be too pleased because he might have had a buyer for it, but I needed to get rid of it. We can only take another couple of bars before it's been full. I do. Now remember to do the PTO up this time. I don't think we're close. Oh, we are just about close enough. There we are. PTO's in. And once we go out this way, it's going to be easy and going past the building. We need to come back and fill that up, but I may not bother today. Just going to finish filling the cattle up with water. And I think, apart from the sheep, a little bit of hay in the sheep, or silage in the sheep, of course we treat ours well. We've still got a whole load of, still most of BP's sheep are still alive with us. We haven't sold them off yet, because one of the things you have to do, and it seems harsh, but once the sheep gets a certain age, you destroy it anyway. It's no good having old sheep. For a start, you need lambs from them, and you also, of course, need them in tip-top health. And I'm afraid, as so I'm finding, as you get older, your health tends to go a bit. I love coming down here with the parked cars because you can see them all getting very worried. What's he going to hit this time? It's nothing worrying the natives. And they still vote for me in the elections. It's strange. I have to talk to Paul what we're actually going to plant, but my feeling is we go mainly spring this time. Once the spring gets here, we hull in, get every field fertilised, cultivated, limed, or whatever they need doing, and seeded. Oh, we have got it full, apparently. Yeah, that was full. It must have filled up just as we got there last time. Right, take this back. Take this back. Come back to the cattle to pick the trailer up, the silage trailer up. But I think with that, I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. If you like what you saw, please consider leaving a like. If you're not a subscriber and wish to see more of FS15, yes, 15, not 17, on a map which is no longer available and hasn't been for some time. On a map which is now 150, on a series which is now 159 official episodes long, plus a whole load of specials, and where I had parts 1 and parts 2, we're probably near 180 episodes. Yes, it's been going a little while now. Must be coming up to 2 years since I've done the first, if not over 2 years since I've done the first farming sim one. Feel free to subscribe. I do this for release late Thursday for Friday. If you live in other time zones, this is British time zone, that of course will be at a different time, but oh yes, comments, questions, queries, feel free to post them in the comments section. I read everyone and I try and reply to everyone. And we will back this in, and I shall carry on once we just finish off the wind down. Next week I'm toying with the idea of doing a special. That is looking back over 160 episodes. I think it is quite a momentous occasion, 160 episodes of one series. My good mate Shawnee B normally only makes about 10 episodes. And talking about that, I haven't seen him about lately. If you're out there, Shawnee, give it. Just tell us you're still alive. And this series 2 has a whole load of subscribers and ex-subscribers mentioned in it. To wit, Chad, who I haven't seen about lately, but he, last time I heard from him, he was rather busy and travelling about a bit. Who runs the vehicle store. Jordan, who does the engineering there, does all the fixing. As I bend them, he fixes them. Also haven't seen Jordan about much lately. Stu, who I still see about, and he and Phil run the transport and the odd jobs. Well, you can't get much harder than Stu, let's face it. And Stu is also my enforcer, so if you... No, I'm not meant to be here, I want to go over the other side, don't I? Ah, well, we'll take the shortcut. One of the newest ones is Chris, who now runs the seed plant, who we're doing work for. Chris comes in. Here's a very handy guy to have about, because I can, if I want more money, I just sell to Chris. I think that's about all the regulars who are actual real live people. I'm a real live person too, believe it or not. And I think what we're going to do is, let's do one of these internal ones for once. I don't do too many of those. Just get rid of that. I'm still a couple of them. We drive about as we're driving it down there. We just do that. Got ourselves a screenshot. Bit different. Bit, I kind of like the internal ones. Well, so I just need to bring that back up. Alright. And with that, it's me and saying cheerio for now. Cheerio.